Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We are from Group 5 and today we're going to present our topic about methods of discourse analysis. But first, I will introduce the members of Group 5. The first is Noval Fajrin, the second is Rizal Alamsa Amal, the third is Rahmat Hidayat, 5, myself, Adelia Nurmansyam, Nuranisa Hafid, Sahraini Nur Hawaisa, and Salva Akila. Okay. The ground. Discourse analysis is a modern discipline that has inherited lots of attributes from text analysis. It is well accounted that discourse analysis can be studied from different theoretical and methodological approaches. Thus, the academic study can be performed from a linguistic, anthropological, philosophical, sociological, political, psychological, historical, or even communicative perspective. These are only some of the possibilities, and it is not difficult to guess that, according to the perspective used, results can be different yet equally conclusive. Okay, the next topic is data collection will be presented by Rizal Alamsa Amal.
I am Rizal Alamsa Amal and I'm going to explain about data collection. Data collection is a systematic process of gathering observations or measurements, whether you are performing research for business, governmental, or academic purposes. Data collection allows you to gain first-hand knowledge and original insight into your research problem. While methods and aims may differ between fields, the overall process of data collections remains largely the same. Before you begin collecting data, you need to consider the aim of the research, the type of data that you will collect, the methods of procedures you will use to collect, store, and process the data. So, to collect high-quality data that is relevant to your purposes, follow these 4 steps. Step 1, define the aim of your research. Before you start the process of data collection, you need to identify exactly what you want to achieve. You can start by writing a problem statement. The second one is choose your data collection method. Based on the data you want to collect, decide which method is best suited for your research. Carefully consider what method you will use to gather data that helps you directly answer your research question. Data collection method is experiment, survey, interview, observation, ethnography, archival research, secondary data collection. Step 3, plan your data collection procedures. When you know which method you are using, you need to plan exactly how you will implement them. What procedures will you follow to make accurate observations or measurements of the variable you are interested in? For instance, if you're conducting surveys or interview, decide what form the question will take. If you're conducting an experiment, make decisions about your experimental design. So the last step is collect the data. Finally, you can implement your chosen method to measure or observe the variables you are interested in. Example of collecting qualitative and quantitative data. To collect data about perception of managers, you administer a survey with closed and open-ended questions to a sample of 3,000 company employees across different departments and locations. Thank you so much from me.
Okay, thank you, Rizal. The next topic is about types of discourse data. Nuranisa Hafid, time is yours.
Okay, I'm Nurani Safid, and I want to explain about types of discourse data. There are two types of discourse data. First one is spoken, and the second is written. Spoken data is information transformed speech between two or more people, which is a broad-based language phenomenon in daily life. Just as Kornblath and Carter say, speaking in everyday conversation usually take place in real time if conducted face-to-face is interactional, while written data is also the transfer of information, but as its name suggests, it involves the written word. To be successful, the writer and the receiver must have the necessary skill for delivery of information. The writer must be able to write and the reader must be able to read. Written discourse is often tied with genre or the type and/or structure of language used to imply purpose and context within a specific subject matter, especially when looking at literature. Thank you from me.
Okay, thank you, Nisa. The next speakers is Sarah. Sarah, time is yours.
Okay, I'm Sareni. I want to explain about method of producing data. There are 6 methods of producing data. The first is interview. Interview is a formal meeting at which someone is asked questions in order to find out if they are suitable for a job or course of study. The second is questionnaires and surveys. Questionnaire is a list of written questions made at getting information about individual. And then a survey involves gathering data to use for analysis and forecasting. The third is observation. Observation is the active execution of information from a primary source. Next is document and record. A document is a content file that has information in a structured and unstructured format. Records are not editable and cannot be recreated. In short, it is a historical document. The 5 is focus group. Focus group is a good way to gather people from similar backgrounds or experience to discuss a specific topic of interest. And the last is oral histories. Oral histories is a method of conducting historical research through record interview between a narrator with personal experience of historical significant event and a well-informed interview with the goal of adding to the historical record. Thank you.
Okay, the next topic is about data analysis. Will be presented by Noval Fajrin.
Okay, thank you for the time. So I will present my material about data analysis. So data analysis is defined as a process of cleaning, transforming, and modeling data to discover useful information for business decision making. The purpose of data analysis is to extract useful information from data and taking the decision based upon the data analysis. There are types of data analysis. First, text analysis. Text analysis is also referred to as a data mining. It is a method to discover a pattern in large data sets using database or data mining tools. Second, statistical analysis. In statistical analysis, shows what happened by using past data in the form of dashboard. Statistical analysis includes collection, analysis, interpretation, presentation, and modeling of data. Next, descriptive analysis. Analysis complete data or a sample of summarized numerical data. It shows mean and deviation for continuous data, whereas percentage and frequency for categorical data. And then inferential analysis. Analysis sample from complete data. In this type of analysis, you can find different conclusions from the same data by selecting different samples. And next, diagnostic analysis. Diagnostics analysis shows what didn't happen by finding the cause from the insight found in statistical analysis. Next, predictive analysis. Predictive analysis shows what is likely to happen by using previous data. And the last, prescriptive analysis. In prescriptive analysis, combines the insight from all previous analysis to determine which action to take in a current problem or decision. Okay, I think that's from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Novel. The next speaker is Rahmatida Hidayat. Times is yours.
Okay, thanks for the time. I will explain about selecting data and transcription. Selecting data is defined as the process of determining the appropriate data type and source, as well as suitable instruments to collect data. Transcription is the systematic representation of language in written form. The source can either be utterance or pre-existing text in another writing system. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, the last topic is interpreting and reporting. Will present by Salpakila.
Okay, I like to explain about interpreting and reporting. Interpreting is an activity that consists of establishing oral or manual communication between two or more speakers who are not speaking in the same language. And the last is reporting, is about notifying concerning what you believe to be the discovery of breach of laws and regulation, breaches of ethical norms, or serious condition which might harm individuals, the university, cooperative partner, or society as a whole. Okay, I think that's all from me.
Okay, I think that's all from our groups. And thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.